Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. It's great to have you. I have some exciting news. Roborock has released a new firmware update for the Roborock S6 MaxV, and a couple of long-awaited changes are being brought out with this new firmware update. Some of you may already have it. Roborock is releasing it now. Definitely check to see if you have the firmware update. The new firmware update version is 1.44.36. And with this new firmware version, the big news is that it is going to enable remote viewing with the two front-facing stereo cameras on the Roborock S6 MaxV. You will now be able to, while using the official Roborock app and only the Roborock app, you will be able to view what the robot can see itself. You also be able to remote control it and also have audio. The audio is one way, meaning you can speak into the app and the robot will play your voice in 15-second clips. Now this is pretty neat, and I'll get into a demonstration and show you how it works here in just a second. First, I want to talk to you about what it looks like. So inside when you open up the Roborock app and you've already updated the firmware, you'll notice up in the top right-hand corner, I'll show you a picture here off to the right, where you can click the new camera button. You'll have to agree to a couple of prompts that tell you, hey, you're enabling this, make sure you know what you're doing, and all that other jazz. Once you've gone through that, you'll be met with a remote control screen. Now, my suggestion is to make it full screen. It gives you the full ability to do everything in full screen. You'll see the little arrow in the top, over towards the right of the screen, where it'll make it full screen. Now, with full screen, you get a couple of options. You get a map up in the top right-hand corner, and I'll show you right here what this looks like as a full screen mode. As you see, you have the map up in the top right-hand corner. You also have audio recordings. Those bring up previous audio recordings, which the icon looks like an L for some reason. That'll allow you to repeat and send previous audio recordings over and over. Kind of a neat thing. Also, you have right below that the audio that looks like a microphone. You have to hold that down in order to record in 15-second increments. And once you're done, it will send your clip to the device and it will play it over the speaker on the Roborock S6 MaxV. Very cool. To the left of that, you have the dock button. Right above that, you have the clean button. Now, I've tried this out, and if you hit the clean button, it will send it out for an entire house cleaning, which is kind of neat. I kind of wish they would enable it for just a room cleaning, but if you want to watch the robot do a whole house cleaning while it does it, hit the clean button and it will go out for a whole house cleaning, and you can watch it as it's doing its cleaning. Neat stuff there. Right to the left of the controls, you see HD. You can toggle that between high definition video and low definition HD and LD. I streamed this over my Wi-Fi and I streamed it over the cellular network, and the HD video was quite crisp and clear. Very impressed with that. And that is a good benefit, that the fact that while you're not home, you can stream over your cellular network. We have animals, cats in our house, which I'll show you here in a few minutes, and we like the ability while we are gone for a long period of time to be able to look in on them and check in on them. We do have cameras in our house, however the cats tend to want to hide from the cameras for some reason. Every time we look at the cameras, sometimes we see a cat, sometimes we don't. So now we have the ability not only to send the robot out and find our beloved cats in the house, but we can also talk to them. And it is quite entertaining to talk to them with the robot vacuum, as we saw when we got home and we were met with this firmware update. It was very interesting and quite entertaining to do so. So you'll see me doing that here in just a minute in a demonstration. So along with this update, with the ability to use the cameras to remote view through the app, Roborock has made a couple other changes. One that's really cool and one that's really weird. So the cool one is the ability to recognize socks. Socks is something, obviously it's been able to recognize shoes from the get-go. Socks is something that's very important because socks can get wrapped up into the roller brush very easily. So I'm glad they have added this. I did do some testing, and in the testing that I did, it worked pretty darn well. It recognized the socks each time. In fact, also, I had a rag laying on the ground. It actually recognized the rag as well. So socks, rags, anything of fabric, it will identify it, show it to you on the map, and it does a really good job with that. The other weird thing that they've added is the ability to recognize a dustpan. A dustpan like you would sweep up into, sweep your dust up with your broom into a dustpan, that type of dustpan. I found the recognition of it to be kind of hit and miss. I used 3 different types of dustpans. On one, it recognized one of them that was red. I'll show you that one here. It recognized it once. The second time, it recognized it as a shoe. And the third time, it recognized it again. So that one, it did fairly well. My other one, which I'll show you here, it recognized it as a power strip. And it was just a regular white dustpan. It also used a black dustpan, which it didn't appear to recognize at all. I'm not sure why this is useful. Even if it were to hit a dustpan, the only thing I can think of is, and while I was testing, this actually happened. The robot can ramp itself up on the dustpan and get stuck. And so while I was testing, the S6 MaxV actually ramped itself up on the dustpan a couple of times and got stuck. I don't usually leave my dustpans laying around, but maybe that's the reason. I'm not really sure the reason why they included object recognition for dustpans. I can think of several other things that I'd like for them to recognize besides dustpans. But anyway, it's there. It's a feature. The other option is the ability to show photos in the app of unknown, unrecognizable objects. So let's say a bottle or anything laying in your floor, a toy. If it comes upon it and recognizes it and it still avoids it, but it's not in the catalog, it'll show you a picture of it. So let me go ahead and show you now my demonstration with the remote viewing and with my cats. I'll show you that now. All right, as you can see there, I had a good time. I ended up, I was trying to get my cats to come near the camera, and I had some lights set up, so I wanted it to be able to pick up the animals without having to turn night mode on. Now, the robot vacuum, when it's dark, it has night mode, so kind of infrared looking, everything's black and white, but it can see, and you can see through the app if it's dark, pitch dark. However, with the lights on, you can see a little bit better, and I wanted to show you what it looked like with the lights on in full color. So I put down some cat treats there to encourage the cats to come in front of the camera. So as you can see there, the remote viewing works really well. I was able to talk to the cats back and forth, and it was really interesting watching them over the camera, and I'm sure we will get much use of this when we are away from our cats on vacation. So anyway, that's the latest update from Roborock, some exciting new features that I'm excited to play around with and try out. Make sure you subscribe, like this video. We will have more updates and more reviews coming out for the S6 MaxV. We're going to be coming up on the 3-month ownership review of this guy. I'll let you know exactly what I think, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to get notified when that comes out. All right, everybody, I appreciate you viewing this. Take it easy. Bye-bye.